She's a young little baby, okay? So you have to be nice to her. You understand? Always be nice and gentle, and then she'll become your friend. Buddy boy is getting his first pet snake, so we're getting him set up. Lots of people get glass aquariums, which are not good because glass aquariums, if you notice, they'll be cold. The snake touches them, they get cold. It doesn't hold in humidity very well. Well, it can, but it's more of that the glass is always cold. So this is a nice plastic container. I'll have links for everything inside the description. We're setting it up with a heat pad. The heat pad is going to be connected to a thermostat. You could use a dimmer if you want to save money, but this is a cheap thermostat, around $30, $35, $40, I don't know. I'll have links for everything in the description. And basically the thermostat's going to control the heat. So you want it basically all summer. You can have it around 88 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Then in the winter, I like to set it to 92. We're going to block off this whole top because we don't want to let all the air out. We want to maintain some humidity in there. If there's too much humidity, you'll open it up more. We got these sticks. I get them at Dollarama. Nice, like bamboo. We're going to put it next to the cage and we're going to measure it and we're going to draw a little line. So I drew a line there and I drew a line there and now I'm going to cut it with a Dremel. Okay, so we cut some bamboo so that we're going to make things for it to climb. Contrary to popular belief, ball pythons do climb sometimes. Okay, we're going to tape in the heat pad, set up the thermostat. With any tape or plastic, I taped it up so I blocked off the top. Because if I didn't block off the top, see, there's still air that's going to be able to come through, but this much air coming through, it's very easy for the snake to get dry. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to tape the heat pad to the bottom of we tape down the heat pad. You might want to use duct tape. There's these metal tapes that are good, insulating, pipe tape or something. I'll just have links for everything in the description. Making sure the heat and everything's good. Now we're going to set up the thermostat. Okay, so here it's going to show you where to start, where to stop, and you can basically, you just hit set, and we can change the Celsius, and I'm going to figure that out now. In the summertime, you want it to be about 88 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want to measure the temperature from the heat pad. You want to measure the temperature through the heat pad on whatever it's sitting on. During the winter, 90 to 92 degrees Fahrenheit all winter, just to help compensate for the coolness. So we're going to have to convert it into Celsius and set it up on this thing. So we hit set, and then we're going to make this. We want it to be basically 32 to 34. So we're going to make it 33 to 35. 33, set, now to 35. See, 33 to 35. So I have it like an extra Fahrenheit to go through the paper. And then we'll test this after. Okay, then we hit set, and now it tells us, hey, it's heating it up, because it's going to take it from 28 up to 33. Perfect. So now you're going to give it something that it can hide. I'm going to give it a nice big water bowl over here, and then it can climb. I'm on these. I designed these things that you can hang your poles off of. If you need something like that, shoot me a message. $5 plus shipping. I'll send you 4 of them for whatever size thing you need. You could use PVC pipe. You could use bamboo. You could use whatever. And it hangs there. It can climb on it nice and everything. And then you can take it off and clean it. As it gets bigger, it might need something a little bit more, whatever, but I find that this works fine. The big thing is you want some good double-sided tape, so I'll have that in the description for you. With this thing, it's nice because you can open up the top and clean it from on top. You can take everything out and clean it. I recommend cardboard because you can cut the cardboard to the exact size. This is a bad example. Then we're going to check the temperature here. We're going to shoot it with the gun and see what we got. This is another very important tool everyone that has reptiles should have. Because that way you can measure the temperature. See, we're going to move this away. Check the temperature. What is it? 89, 87. Yeah. It's going to be, we just turned it on, so it'll with that in there, it'll go in there. It'll be about 90, and it'll be able to digest his food. The snake needs to be able to digest his food. It needs to have an ambient temperature of around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and it needs humidity of around 60 to 70%. Some people say 50%, 50 to 60. That's what most people say, and that's easy, but 50% too dry. You want to be 60 to 70% in humidity. Next, you're going to want to have a light. You have your UVV. Lots of people recommend 12 hours. To me, I'd say half of that. I'd say 6 hours, just because, you know, the thing is, like, the whole UVV thing, it hasn't been around a ton, and some people use it, and I'm not saying that is bad, but the UV from the sun is the best UV you can give your snake. I would recommend half the time that most people recommend, because think about tanning beds. Tanning beds cause cancer. And I know people that have put their snake under UV for a long time and had their snake die with cancer. I'm not saying that's what it was from, but it might have been. Something to think about. It's something that we haven't had studies on or whatever. So I'm going to have 2 videos recommended for you at the end of this. One is going to talk about the whole cancer UV thing, and then the other one is going to be 10 things that you should know, like having a snake. Basically, the same principles are always going to apply. You want to give your snake something to be able to exercise, to be able to climb around and stuff, somewhere to hide, have it be warm and digest. A nice big water bowl. You excited, buddy?
Excited?
You gonna be a good snake daddy? Yeah? Okay. Okay, cute little baby ball python. Last tip, look. When you go to get it, don't get it from on top. Don't reach from above, because when you reach from above, that's where the birds and stuff will come from. So they're scared of that. So usually the first thing you can do is you just come, you give it a little touch, be like, hey, and then just, there you go. Pick it up.
So
okay?
From the front?
Yeah. Open it up from the front here. Right? Yeah, so see the snake? Oh, it's going to hide in its thing. But you just... Yeah, there you go.
She is going.
She likes her home. When you want to get her, you want to you lift off the thing, and you can just touch her, give her a gentle pet, so that she knows you're coming to get her, and then you just pick her up and support her nicely, okay? And be nice and gentle, because she's a young little baby, okay? So you have to be nice to her. You understand? Always be nice and gentle, and then she'll become your friend. Okay? And mouse?
Yeah, and so the snake can eat it.
Yeah, the snake can eat it.
But first open it.
We'll put it in the freezer when you get home.
When the snakes eat it, when the snakes eat the mouse.
Okay, you're now the proud new owner of a snake.
Okay.
Have fun. See ya, buddy.
Snake.
Yeah. I've been taking care of animals for over a decade, so go check out all the other videos. There's thousands of them. Have a good one.